What up, YouTube? This is David from Team Dreadnought bringing you the Violence Bruce deck profile. So we're going to start off with the Ride deck. Your starter is going to be Diabolos, Innocent Matt. He's just the Bruce starter. He fits the aesthetic for the rest of the deck. He comes foil in Festival Collection, so it's kind of nice. So then your next grade 1 for the Ride deck is going to be Diabolos Bad Steve. His effect is when he's placed on Vanguard Circle, you can choose a card from your soul. So you're going to choose the Innocent Matt. You're going to call out the Matt to then Soul Charge one. His Rearguard ability is okay. It's not good enough to run in the deck. He just gains 5k if you're in Final Rush. So I've seen some people still play 1 or 2 of them, but I just don't think that's better than other cards. I know a lot of people also don't think that's better than other cards. The grade 2 for the Ride deck is going to be Diabolos Anger Richard. So then, with his ability, when he's placed on Vanguard Circle, you're going to put a Rearguard into your Soul to draw a card. So basically, the Mat you called out with the grade 1 will then get put into Soul to draw a card. And his Rearguard Circle is the same as Steve. He just gets 5k if you're in Final Rush on Rearguard. That's about it. I've actually seen more people run some of this over over Steve comparatively. A 15k attacker is okay. Again, just better cards to run. And your grade 3, the main boss unit, Diabolos Violence Bruce. So his first ability is at the start of your ride phase, you can declare Final Rush. So you, the player, become Final Rush. So basically that's turn 4, unfortunately. That makes this deck kind of slow, but it's whatever. The deck's still okay. His second ability is when he attacks, if you aren't in Final Rush, you can Soul Loss 5 to choose 2 of your rearguards in the front row and stand them. Really good effect. Can really close out games, especially if you have some of the big units out that gain a lot of power. But we play a total of 4. We'll get to him next. So we'll start off with the grade 3s. So you're going to run your 3 more Violence Bruce in the main deck. We already went over his skills, so. Then you're going to run 3 Upward Acrobat Marjorie. Marjorie is really good on the first Final Rush turn, and even if you need to close out a game, she's still pretty good because she'll get you she'll get you the soul you need and hand if you need it, as well as being a 23k attacker or 33 on Persona Ride. So her ability is Rearguard Circle once per turn. When she attacks, if you are in Final Rush, you can choose a Rearguard and put it into your Soul, draw 1 card, and Soul Charge 1. So you're getting two Soul when she attacks, and then getting +10 till the end of turn. So the end of turn part's really important, because that means even after you stand her with Bruce, she's gonna keep that 10k, which is really good. Your final grade 3 is going to be the Time Fishing Fist Colossus. When he's placed on Rearguard, Soul Charge 1, then if you're in Final Rush, count +1 for 15k, so 28k. Getting a Soul Charge, and he's a 38k on Persona right there. Just really big beast deck. Next for the grade 2s, you run 7 grade 2s in the main deck. So we'll have the 4 Diabolos Boys Eden. Really good early game. He's also pretty decent late game because he gains a crit, but I like him a lot early game, being able to put pressure on my opponent's rearguards to say, hey, if this hits, I get to kill something else. But his first ability is Continuous Rearguard Circle. If you're in Final Rush, he's going to get 5k, and if this unit stands by a card effect, he's going to gain a critical. So that means on a turn where you're able to use Bruce, he's going to be a 15k if you Persona Ride 25k, and if you re-stand with Bruce, he's going to be a 15 or 25 2-crit. His second ability is Auto. When attack hits, so it doesn't have to hit a Vanguard, just when attack hits in general, you kind of +1, choose an opponent's rearguard and retire it. So it's really good to just poke at the rearguards, and if they let it hit, then you get to retire something else. And your second grade 2 is going to be 3 Steam Gunner Brody. He's really good for extra shield value, because he's going to help us so you're not dropping as many triggers. So when he's put on Guardian Circle, so that means when you intercept with him, or when you place him there from hand, you can count +1 and give him 5k shield. So 10k shield. That's all he does. Next for grade 1s, in typical Team Dreadnought fashion, always run 4 PGs. Run the new PGs because you don't discard sometimes. It really helps you save the game. Next, we're going to run 4 Proto Bulb Dragon. Really good card. So when he attacks or boosts, if you're in Final Rush, you can Counterblast, put another Rearguard into your soul, choose a card from your soul, and put it in your hand. So this lets you grab Bruce from soul, so you can Persona Ride next turn. This lets you grab PGs from soul, triggers from soul, whatever you need. So just trade a Rearguard with whatever you want from soul. Next is going to be 3 Acrobat Presenter. He's your main kind of soul charge engine. He gives you 2 soul charge when you're in Final Rush, but his ability is when this unit attacks or boosts. If your Vanguard's Bruce, you can soul charge 1. If you're in Final Rush, you soul charge 1. You're gonna get 2 total if you're in Final Rush. Really good late game when you're trying to refill your soul to get 1 more restand in. And then your next card is going to be 3 copies of Steam Battler Gungurum, however you say his name. And his ability is when he's placed on Rearguard, soul charge 1. Simple as that. And then he also has the ability of once per turn, act, Soul Blast 3, and draw a card. You actually use the Soul Blast 3 sometimes early game because you know you can get the soul back later, but you just need cards in hand. Still really solid. And next for triggers, we're gonna run obviously your 1 over trigger. You got your boy Hades Dragon, Deity of Resentment. Gal McHill. He's probably the best over trigger. He's really solid. When you drive check him for the rest of the game, your Vanguard's going to gain 10k and a crit, as well as drawing a card and the extra 100 million power. But he's really solid over trigger. And then next, you're gonna run 8 crit. You could also drop this down to 7 to play 4 draw triggers if you really wanted to. I know some people do it, some people don't. I like the 8 crit because I like to just rush my opponent down, hence Final Rush. But when you get crits in early game, it really hurts your opponent, so that's why we run 4 of that. And you run 3 draw triggers. Like I said, you can take out a crit and up this to 4 if you really wanted to. All personal preference. And finally, you're gonna run 4 heal triggers. That's it for the deck profile. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments.